Oh, yeah.
It was an 11 o'clock game. Hotel, there was an embassy suite right by the stadium.
Yeah.
The tailgate party started at 7:30. The lobby was full.
Is there?
I went down there to Abe's body in my shorts and flip flops for breakfast.
It's game on already.
I don't know if I could do 7:30. Maybe it's about 10:30 I was ready.
It is not, I just about had him drop me off.
Sleeping by 5, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm gonna just make sure those green beans drop.
All right, we're ready. This thing turned down, you're rocking it a little bit here. This is the time and place for a city commission meeting in Huron, South Dakota on the Monday, November 27th, 2023. Roll call, please.
Smith.
Here?
Weinreich.
Here.
Bragg.
Here.
Harvey.
Here.
Mayor Harrington.
Here. Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on to agenda approval. Does the commission have anything they want to add or delete from the agenda tonight?
Move to approve the agenda, Mayor.
Move to approve. Commissioner Smith, need a second on this item?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Harvey. Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Public forum, does anybody on the commission have any public forum information? Yes.
I do,
Mr. Bragg.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a quick reminder, we had mentioned early on that if the weather cooperated, we would try to go out and pick up those green bins one more time. And I did just want to confirm that we think it will be just warm enough on this Wednesday. So we will do one final pickup for the year of the green yard waste containers on Wednesday, the 29th. Again, the whole city will be picked up on that day. Based on the amount of traffic we've had coming out to the yard waste site, and with the snow, we don't think there's a lot left, but if you've got a few grass clippings left in your green bin, put it out one more time on Wednesday and we'll get it picked up. Please have those out Tuesday night. Since we're doing all of them together on Wednesday, we'll be starting early. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Commissioner Bragg. Does anybody else got anything public forum? Does anybody in the audience have public forum tonight? Seeing none, I have something here. I have a proclamation I'm going to read. I'm going to invite Jeff Duffy to come up to the front here and accept this proclamation. All right. Welcome.
Appreciate it.
Okay, proclamation, Jeff Duffy Day. Jeff Duffy has worked for the KOKK radio station for 40 years and made different roles from maintenance around the studio to news director to daily and area sports announcer. And whereas each day, Huron residents tune into KOKK to get their news, weather, and sports from his familiar voice and personality during the morning mess. And whereas being the voice of the Tigers for 22 years, Duffy has rarely missed a Tiger sporting event, traveled all over the state with a dedication and investment to bring action to life through the airwaves. And whereas the city of Huron relies on the best in business broadcaster to promote during the good times and protect us during the challenging times. And whereas the young and old, Jeff Duffy, they call their friend Jeff Duffy and look up to him because of the kind and devoted, caring man he is, and not just for his height. Therefore, it is now therefore resolved that I, Gary Harrington, Mayor of the City of Huron, South Dakota, do hereby proclaim November 28th, 2023 as Jeff Duffy Day. So with that, Jeff, congratulations.
Congratulations, Jeff.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, congrats.
Suppose you gotta buy it once in a while or something.
Okay. Moving on. We are now, the city commission will adjourn to convene as a board of adjustment for the following public hearing. 4.1, public hearing to consider a variance request filed by Matt Evers and Austin Iverson and J.R. Hedniger for a project address 2500 Dakota Avenue South to convert to an old wooden billboard structure to steel and digital advertising. So at that time, we will be adjourned to go into public hearing. Okay, would you like to start, Julie?
Sure. This will be a first request for a billboard sign in the city limits. That's why they needed the variance, because they're just not allowed normally within the city limits. And the sign will meet all the requirements of the state of South Dakota. And with that, recommend approval. Does anybody have any questions, or?
I know we have the signage people here, so if they have any questions for them, they'll be more than willing to answer any questions you have.
If this is my time to speak, I'd like to come up here
You
and
can come
address
up
it.
and say who you are, where you're
All right.
from.
Perfect. Mr. Mayor, Commission, Austin Iverson. Two residences, one in Mitchell and then one in Huron, but I don't really want to sleep on the floor of the dealership, so let's just call it one. But regardless, we're just trying to continue to beautify the south town of Huron, and if you have any further questions on me, I'd be an open book, so go ahead.
Explain a little bit about your digital board, how it works.
So at its essence, it is a digital board where it allows multiple advertisements on the board instead of just one static. What happens here is typically there are 9 different slides or advertising spots per side, and they're on there for a minimum of 8 seconds apiece. So what it'll do is it'll end up changing, and then it'll stay the static, as in it's not going to move picture or advertisement for a minimum of 8 seconds, and then it'll end up moving on to the next one. We're proposing that it is a 90-degree sign for best viewing on both northbound and southbound, and it'll be double-sided.
Now, you have one in Mitchell, I understand?
Yes, there's one at the corner of Havens and Burr in Mitchell.
Okay, how long you had that down there?
About 2 years ago is when we started the project, so it's been up for probably a year and some now. Yep.
Any issues on that?
No, honestly, it's been going really well. If there's maintenance issues on it, the pieces of the board come in little squares that are able to be pulled in and put back out, so a licensed electrician can go in and do that with warranties and stuff. That's on my side. But honestly, it filled up very fast. There's a great team behind it, making sure that it filled very fast, and it has great reception from the community. I think it's in a perfect spot, and in fact, there's 3 individual ones, or if not 4, in Mitchell right now, and it's good. We want to be the first one to bring it to this town.
Okay. Any other questions for Austin?
I have a question.
Yes.
Maybe more for Julie here, is what is the setback from, that they would need to be off the road?
Wherever the property line is, they just need to be a foot inside there.
Foot inside?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, with the entire sign.
And that's city as well as state right-of-way requirement?
I don't know if the state requires a little further back, but the city would just require the foot. So I will have to check with the state on any other, further requirements. The state had to do with the timing of it, just making sure, like, I think that it was at 6 seconds where you guys were gonna go a little more than that.
Yeah, I believe that's the minimum. Yeah,
Mhm.
and then there's some rules in place kind of as a boilerplate. Of course, the state rules are going to apply for maybe Sioux Falls as they would maybe a town with 100 people that they decided they want to put one up. But that's what we found has been good, and that's our plan moving forward, a little bit more than the bare minimums. But of course, subject to change, but regardless, it's there.
Okay, any other questions?
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna, I see in the comments following up on that, the DOT has, because, you know, they have restrictions on billboard.
Yeah.
They have approved this one.
Yeah, from my knowledge, of course, yep, that everything as far as engineered drawings and the DOT approval has been good. We're within the parameters. So now it's up to the city of Huron to say, yeah.
Thanks.
Mr. Smith?
And thank you, Mayor, I'll hold my question, probably just ask Julie afterwards.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else? Do we have a motion?
Mayor, I'd move to approve the variance request.
Commissioner Smith moves to approve. Need a second on this item?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Weinrich. Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Okay, that's passed. Thank you, Aston.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, now we will, now the Board of Adjustment adjourns to reconvene as the City Commission, and we'll jump right into the consent agenda. The consent agenda, matters appearing on the consent agenda are expected to be non-controversial and will be acted upon by the Commission at one time without discussion, unless a member of the Commission requests an opportunity to address any given items. Items removed from the consent agenda will be discussed at the beginning of the formal items. 6.1, minutes of the November 20th, 23 City Commission meeting. 6.2, fuel quotes by city departments. 6.3, personnel. Recommend the full-time status of Curtis Ryman, Parks and Recreation, Maintenance 1. 6.4, payment of the bills.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion to approve the consent agenda, Mr. Weinrich, need a second on this item?
Second.
Second on the item by Commissioner Harvey. Any other discussion on this item? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Moving on to bid quotes, bids and quote items. 7.1, we'll ask our Assistant Engineer Dennis to talk to us about what 7.1 is.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. 7.1 is a progress payment on the solid waste transfer station. This is a pretty big one because it includes down payment on the baler. So it will not be on site, but we got documentation saying that it's paid for and part of the project. So recommend approval.
Okay. Need a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Commissioner Harvey, motion to approve. A second?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Bragg. Now, any questions for Dennis on this item?
Is Dale dancing yet about this, or?
Yes, he is antsy.
He should be. All right, roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. 7.2, Dennis.
Thank you. This is on the SBRs that are being built out east, part of the $14 million solid waste improvement on for sewage waste. This will pay off all but $500,000 of the retainage that we're holding until the punch list is completed. So recommend approval.
Okay. Motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Move to approve. Commissioner Bragg, need a second on this item.
Second?
Second, Commissioner Smith. Any questions for Dennis on this item? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. I had to stop for a second, I just figured out who Ted is. I said, who's this guy sitting in the front row? Yeah, I read down here, I read down, Ted's gonna be here, so it's gotta be Ted. Okay. Moving on to ordinance and resolutions, 9.1, we do have Ted Dickey here tonight. He's gonna explain to us what resolution 2023-16 is. Welcome, Ted.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm in front of the council tonight with a resolution which appoints an applicant agent the city of Huron is applying for a federal emergency management agency application for a hazard mitigation grant program. Grant to hopefully construct a new safe room over by the ball fields on the east side of town there. This will entail tearing down some of an existing building and replacing it with a storm shelter for tornadoes as they come through town for people to get into if the need be. Total project cost right now for everything is 1.734 million. FEMA will only cover 75% of eligible costs. These costs, the 1.7 includes some ineligible costs, like tearing down the existing building is not eligible for reimbursement, and some other costs. So it's 75% of roughly 1.351 million is what they will cover. So the grant itself will be for just over $1 million, and the city share will be in that 530,000, I believe, is what I estimated at. 585, excuse me. 585,000 is what the city local share was going to be. I wanted to explain a little bit of the differences there because the mayor's also going to be signing a local match letter that says the city's only responsible for 202,000. Well, that's an eligible cost. The city's also picking up the cost for like tearing down the building. Aesthetics around the building, like bushes and stuff like that, are also ineligible. The FEMA grant only pays for the actual structure itself and some, a toilet and stuff like that, just the very basics that they don't want to cover. Any of the other bells and whistles. Their point is we just need a shelter for people to get into, not necessarily Lord pleasing. So the resolution tonight authorizes the mayor to sign as, or appoints the mayor as the applicant agent for the signatory on the grant, which is due to the state by December 1st. So later on this week, that will get submitted in to the state. Is there any questions about the resolution or the project?
Any questions for the commission? For Ted?
I would have some. So this would be in conjunction with the FEMA, overall FEMA grant, or a separate component of the FEMA grant?
This is as a portion of the FEMA grant, you need to authorize an applicant agent, and this resolution does that, and it authorizes the mayor to sign the application, which will get sent in by Friday of this week.
Okay. And that, so by going through this process, it would indicate that our funds are going to be, our cost is going to be $585,849 as proposed.
Correct.
Total for the project.
Yes.
And I think for the commission, we'd need to make sure that we understand that for 24, 25 funding.
So as part of the discussion happened, we did a work session a month ago or so with
Yeah.
them on that and authorized to proceed with the application, so that.
Just for
We just
clarity,
need to know what that
I guess is what I'm.
And we did have some set aside from the first time we were gonna do this at the lower amount as well.
Just clarifying.
And these were, this, just for, because I'm sure you guys don't just sit at home and think about this all the time, just for your reference, these are the same numbers that were presented during the work session. Nothing has changed during the process since Chad presented those numbers previously. There is a state component too, as you see on the spreadsheet, of $135,000. That's 10% that the state matches outside of the FEMA grant as well.
That's correct.
Anything else from the commission for Ted tonight?
Mayor, I'd move to approve authorizing the appointment of you to sign the documents as well as moving forward with the application.
Okay, motion to approve, need a
Second.
second? Second, Commissioner. Bragg, roll call vote, please.
Smith,
Aye.
Weinreich,
Aye.
Bragg,
Aye?
Harvey,
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Thanks, Ted, for all you do for us. We appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Ted.
Let me know if you need anything else.
I'll recognize you next time. Who's that guy sitting there?
That's okay.
But thank you, appreciate it. Okay, moving on to 10.1, departmental items. 10.1, Shauna's here for our HR person is here. She's going to talk to us about 10.1.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. This is a COVID-19 policy revision. Actually, we're going to call it an action plan. A lot of first-class municipalities have gone away with their COVID-19 policies, like actual policies outlining when employees should isolate, can they come back to work. Because CDC guidelines change so frequently, they are going by what those current regulations are. And so that's what I'm proposing here, is that we replace our current coronavirus protection policy with an action plan that states the city of Huron will follow current guidelines set forth by CDC, including but not limited to their isolation and exposure calculator that they have on their website. This is a really useful tool. It guides you through different questions about someone who's been exposed to COVID or who has symptoms. Are they running a fever? What was the date? And then at the very end, it tells you how long they should stay home, if they need to wear a mask, can they come to work, that kind of thing. So what I am proposing is that we do away with the actual policy itself and adopt an action plan and follow CDC regulations as they are.
I would move that we follow the recommendations to implement this policy.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Need a second?
Second.
Mr. Weimer, second. Mr. Bank. Okay. Any questions for Shauna on this item?
Just makes good sense. We don't need to be changing and trying to keep up. We might as well follow it.
Yeah.
Just a little less work for our HR director.
Right?
Keep
Yeah,
changing.
just click, click, click. Here's what you get to do.
Okay, we have a roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinrich.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Harrison.
Aye. Thanks, Sean, I appreciate it. Okay, 10.2, we're gonna go to the water meter project update by our water man, Mr. Rob.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioner. Just a quick update on how the meter project's going. As of this morning, we've got 952 installed, and we've got 360 scheduled for the next couple weeks, so the installers will be very happy when they come back. They've been on Thanksgiving break, they'll be back in the morning, and they'd like to have between at least 40 per day, and they've got 40 per day for the next week for sure, and then there's some 25s in there. So I'm here to encourage everybody to, if you got your letter, to sign up. And the website's huron.umsscheduling.com, or you can call toll-free 844-471-6248. And in conjunction with that, the readers have been installed on the towers. They're ready to go. We're working on a software update. To get the software update, we'll actually be able to know where we're standing on everything, and it'll be up and working. And then as we install more, it'll start coming live. So it's kind of exciting. But then in conjunction with this, last time I talked to you guys, I talked about this lead-free South Dakota. SouthDakotaWaterPipes.com. And since the last time I talked to you, when I talked to you last time, there was one person that was signed up, and that was me. And I checked it before I came, and we're at 4. So I'm here to encourage everybody to go to SDWaterPipes.com and fill out a quick survey. And each one of you commissioners got little flyer with a QRS code that you can click on, fill out the survey, take a picture of your service line, and you'll be done. That's all I got. Any questions?
No, thanks, Rob, appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
I just know we had some of these done at our business, and the crew was really efficient, easy to work with, scheduling was good. They were accommodating of our time and got in and out quick, so.
I've heard that many times. It's been very well. So with that, we don't have anything else tonight, do we? Okay, we're gonna close this baby down.